Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is TushFX, that's my name, and I'm here to just give you a recap of what happened and the trade I took this week. This week that just ended, starting from a Monday, and I took just only 4 trades, as you can see on your screen, and it has been exclusively massive. Exclusively massive. I made a lot of pips, a lot of pips. I think the minimum pips I made was around 200. That was the minimum. Sorry, the 600. That was the minimum pips I made on a trade. The minimum pips I made this week was 600 pips. Now I'll just dive into the review and show you guys how and what I saw before taking the trade on gold. On gold. So it's been a very, very uh, busy week, and the week ended well, just beyond my imagination and how I didn't anticipate it. So this is how it was. First of all, this was on Monday. Yes, this was on. Okay, I think yeah, no, yeah, this was on Tuesday. I didn't trade on Monday because I was kind of busy, so I didn't really trade on Monday. I missed this whole drop. I was supposed to take this trade, but I just felt like okay, it was in the middle of the night. So when I woke up in the morning, the sorry, this was the trade for on Monday. So I was just wanting to watch how the trade was going to play out after I did the double top here. So that was on Friday. So when the price was somewhere here, I was just like observing and see how it's going to look like. Then when price broke to the downside and when it came back to this support zone where price have recently touched multiple times, as you can see on your screen, price have touched here, rejected here multiple times. Then I knew that okay, it's time for me to start buying back to the upside. Now, if you can see on your screen, this is the 1 hour time frame. This is the 1 hour time frame. There is a bullish engulfing at that particular area of interest. There is a bullish engulfing. I believe you guys know what a bullish engulfing is. There is a bullish engulfing there. There is a bullish engulfing there. That is the bullish engulfing. Immediately I saw this bullish engulfing, I just knew that okay, it's time for me to take the buy. It's time for me to take the buy. But if you narrow down to 15 minutes time frame, there is a like a W chart pattern there. Yep. You'll see, okay, this one was not the one that has the W. So this was what I saw. Immediately price was creating, when price broke down, this candle that this particular candlestick, this bullish candlestick that came up, I was expecting it to go inside, retest, and wick back below this zone that I've already plotted. But because the candlestick closed inside, then I knew that okay, this is a sign of reversal. Then when the other candlestick came up, immediately this candlestick had this bullish engulfing. I said, okay, let me just enter with just 100 pips. Let me just enter with 100, risking just 100 pips to see that if this next candle that is going to come closes below this particular candlestick, then we've already gotten a bearish engulfing, so price will just continue to tank. So I said to myself, no, let me just get in on the trade. So immediately I got on the trade, you can see the rapid movement. Then came back, retested. Immediately I saw this bullish engulfing. I just said, okay, let me just allow the trades to ride on. And when price got onto this extent, when it got to this trend line, because of there was a trend line that I have placed here before now, and this trend line was being pulled because of uh this I was one that was on Monday. I was wanting to see how this if the market is going to have a third bounce because of this week that happened here. I was expecting the market to touch here and pull to the upside, but unfortunately it couldn't do it. So when price broke below, I saw the trade. I was like, okay, it's going to sell, but it was already in the evening, probably around 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. So I was not here. I was not really on my system as at that particular time, so I just ignored it. So all through the night, the thing tanked to Tuesday morning. Immediately price got here, I said, okay, this bullish engulfing. As at 4 a.m. in the morning when it occurred, I said, okay, it's time to buy. Then I entered the buy. And that's how we sold. And sorry, and that's how we bought up to this extent and made over 620 pips. Then I took my profit before at 7 a.m. in the morning. That was a sweet trade in the morning before anything, and that was it. And that was it. So that same day, I checked and I was like, okay, price is back to this trend line because there was already a trend line that I placed here, this particular trend line. I said, okay, price is back at this trend line. Let's see what's going to happen if price is going to break to the upside or break to the downside. And if you can see on your screen, I don't know if you guys can see what is going on around here. There is a name this is called. There's something this is called. Though it does not really look perfect, but I was just expecting the price to just do as it says. It does not really look perfect. And this is what the left shoulder, this is an head and shoulder pattern. This is the left shoulder, this is the head. Price broke the neckline of the head and shoulder. It came back, retested the left shoulder with the right shoulder, the same demand zone, support zone, with, with the same zone, with the same supply zone. You can see it right now. Equal shoulders, then boom to the downside. I said, okay, so it's exactly what has happened before. It's going to happen when price go to this resistance. When price go to this resistance, I know that okay, it was going to tank. Okay, now if you see this particular bearish engulfing, this is kind of an evening chart pattern. When I saw this evening chart pattern around 9 a.m. after I took this trade, after I closed my trade, I was just still observing the chart. I said, okay, it's fine. Let me see what's going to happen next. If it's going to retrace back, maybe it's going to retrace back for. I was waiting for a Fibonacci retracement of 78% so that I can take the buy again. I was waiting for price to pull down up to this extent for me to take the buy again. I was wanting to take a 78% retracement. So I was wanting for price to come back to this same zones for me to rebuy again, like kind of a double bottom to buy again. But when I saw this chart pattern, I was like, okay, no problem. Let's see what's going to happen. Then when it went back, it came back. Then I saw this old chart pattern. I thought maybe I'm going to teach you about chart pattern now, so you guys can understand what chart pattern is. And I saw this M chart pattern. This is an M chart pattern. Let me zoom in so you can see it properly. This is an M chart pattern. That was too much. Let me reduce it. This is an M chart pattern. Let me just zoom in. Okay. Yeah, this is an M chart pattern. As you can see on the screen now, this is an M chart pattern. As you can see on the screen, this is an M chart pattern. So immediately I saw this M chart pattern, I said, okay, market is still going to buy. It's going to sell. So when this particular candle closed, I was wanting to enter this particular trade from here. But I was like, this thing should have wicked back to like 50%, not getting close to about 100%. It should have wicked back. I said, okay, let me see what the next candle is going to do. You can see this massive pull up to the upside. It went to liquidate and came back. Immediately, this candle closed below the trend line. I was saying, okay, good. Let me take the trade. I took the trade for some year. Okay, no, I didn't take the trade there the first time. I was like, well, this is it. But let me get on it. But I was not really watching the screen all the time. So I set my alarm somewhere here, but before I knew, I was away. So I said, okay, no problem. Let me just watch and see. When I saw this retracement, this trend line is not. I think this trend line is from the 15 minutes time frame. So I think I was on the 15 minutes time frame. Can't really remember again. It's been a while. That's since on Tuesday. Yes, it was on the 15 minutes time frame. So I was wanting that okay, price is already doing higher high, higher low. Where is my price was already doing higher high, higher low, higher high. These ones are just internal structure, higher low. The price broke to the upside. So I was expecting price to now pull back on the 15 minutes time frame to start going. Then before I went to check the 1 hour time frame and I saw that M chart pattern. So I drew this a trend line, a minute trend line from the 15 minutes time frame here. Immediately price broke below. I was like, nah, it's not going to buy anymore. Because price is not supposed to break this strength line and still buy help again. Then that would just be somehow. So because price cannot invalidate himself, immediately he just did that. He did this a minor M pattern with this engulfing. I just got on the trade with 220 pips and boom to the downside. almost 500 pips. That's over 1,100 pips that I've gotten in one particular day. Then I was like, oh, that's good. That's good. So I shut down the system, and on Wednesday in the morning, when I woke up, because I slept late, when I woke up, I just saw this chart pattern here. So I trade basically more of chart pattern, trend line, psychology. No, I don't. Well, I do psychological level most times because I also had it of my conferences. But I trade more of chart pattern. When I saw this particular structure on the 15 minutes time frame, I just drew my trend line again because I'm more of a trend line trader. Immediately I saw this W chart pattern. So if you notice now, I've talked about M chart pattern and W chart pattern. So I'm going to do a video of that on M pattern, W chart pattern, double top and double bottom. Immediately I saw this, immediately candle just broke above this trend line and broke above this trend line. Then I saw the W chart pattern. I took the trade from here and I was just risking, okay, let me be on the safer side. My stop loss was supposed to be below here, but just want to be conservative, not look as if maybe I'm using a tight stop loss. And boom, 600 pips. 600 pips without stress. That's over 1,700 pips. Now, fast forward to the next day, which was on a Thursday. When price, because I was no longer interested in all this move anymore, because I just felt like, no, I've gotten on Tuesday, I've gotten on Wednesday. So I was no longer interested in what the market has to do again during the day. I just shut the system and went on my daily activities. So on Thursday morning, when I came to the chart, if you can tell me what you're seeing right now, I'll be very happy. That was around 1 a.m. in the morning. So after I finished, because I finished on time on Wednesday. So at around 1 a.m. in the morning, I was watching a movie, and I set my alarm on 78% retracement on the Fibonacci at this particular zone here. I set my alarm somewhere here on the support. I set my alarm somewhere here. The alarm trigger. I said, okay, let me just check my chart. Then I now discovered that price have got to my 78% retracement on the 15 minutes time frame around I think that was around 1 a.m. in the morning. Then I was just somewhere around here 11 o'clock, 11:30 in the morning, in the night to the next day. That was on Wednesday to Thursday morning. Immediately I saw this bearish engulfing. I said, okay, what are you going to do? That was that's like 12 a.m. in the morning. I said, okay, let me just see. Immediately I saw this chart pattern, another W chart pattern, because I trade more of WM pattern to take my entry. I basically take entry on W or M chart pattern. If I take on W, I'm buying. If I take on M chart pattern, I'm selling. So immediately I just saw this W chart pattern. I just entered the trade immediately. If you can see where I entered the trade, and I'll just put my stop loss here. Then I went to bed. I said, okay, I'm not going to monitor this trade and see what's going to happen. I just entered and went to bed. I just forget about it. When I woke up in the morning, boom, that was it. Although this one was now, when I woke up in the morning, sorry, it was like it was just going sideways. It was just ranging. I was like, okay, no problem. Then I placed my stop loss on break even before I knew what was happening, because I think there was a news that was supposed to come out. Then the next thing I saw was boom, 950 pips. When I saw that one, I said, okay, I'm not trading again. That was it. I'm done for the week. I was done for the week. All these are nice moves. I may not be able to meet up because all these ones did not meet my criteria. There is no 78% retracement on the 15 minutes time frame. There is no proper chart pattern. I don't take trade on 32% retracement. So I would have not even be able to take any trade here on Friday. So that's why I didn't even bother to even stress myself. So so I made over like 2,000 pips. I made over almost 3,000 pips for the whole of this week by taking just 4 trade. Yeah, 5 trade. One, two, three, four. 4 trade. I made over 3,000 pips by taking 4 trade. That's That's really massive, right? Almost 2,700 pips. So if you find this video very useful and you feel you want to join my community or my Telegram community group where I post my trade, because I posted all this on my Telegram channel, you can click on the link. You can click on the description in this video. You will see my Telegram link there. Click on it and join my Telegram channel. I will be teaching you more about the chart pattern, W chart pattern, M chart pattern. So thank you very much for watching. Until I see you see my videos again. Thank you.